It is what it is. I tell you, I've been having to deal with some of the worst negatronic energy at every job that I've ever worked. Just trying to find a place where everybody's happy. And when people are happy, everybody works way more efficiently. Um, and when everybody's happy and they love what they do, people don't even, like, oftentimes, I don't even care if I get paid. like if I'm having my needs met, I don't give a fuck. And I've met so many people like that. But the system is not set up for that, and it doesn't teach people like that. It just teaches exploitation. And everybody's hip to that. Everybody knows they're fucking being exploited. And they bury that rage. Most people just bury that rage. But if you bury something long enough in the collective, it's really bad when it finally comes out. And that's why the future terrifies me. Just looking at patterns of, patterns of existence, of time space, of the time capsule of eternity that we've been blessed to experience. But, life is rough because people are enslaved to things that don't bring them natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy and unconditional love and absolute vitality. And, you know what I'm saying? I gotta show you guys this cute little guy. I used to have a stuffed animal that I loved with all my heart. He was a huge George. He was as big as me. He was bigger than me up until I was 10, but he was a huge, giant monkey just like this. Absolutely fucking loved George. George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that tree. I wish the batteries worked on him. I found this little guy. Someone just had him thrown in the dump. I dumpster dove him. Oh, did I throw away the, Oh, I left out some ice cream and it melted. It's horrible, the amount of sugar that's in ice cream. I wish sugar was illegal. I wouldn't be upset. I don't really like government, but if the government made sugar illegal, because I don't have the willpower lately. I'm just joking. I'm not for anybody controlling me. It just sucks. We're all controlled, We live beneath the eagles in the sky. The eagles in the sky have much more freedom than any human being on earth. And that's an absolute fact. We're all slaves to something. I'd rather be a slave to natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy and unconditional love that bring ultimate vitality and anti-aging. And that's what I want to be a slave to. At that point, I'm not a slave to it. I'm a partner. I'm in partnership. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't know. It's been ludicrous on this planet lately. So we're just gonna have a nice little creative time. I got the 24-hour massage. I've been trapped around a lot of dark souls at my current job, both that I work with and that I have to deal with online. at the end of the day, I'm just not, I'm powerful enough alchemist, I could choose not to give energy to these entities of the absolute darkness of duality. I could just continue to channel and grow my light of absolute natural joy, peace, bliss, eternal ecstasy, and pleasure, and promote other people unlocking this superpower. But unfortunately, dark and light exist in me. And sometimes when you're getting over, like when you have a bunch of dark entities in people, if people are just like channeling darkness that day and they're putting it onto you, sometimes it just overwhelms you, and it's annoying. It's annoying because they don't realize the karma that they're creating in their energy body by doing that. Evil is vile and decrepit. Something vile is not charged with optimal electricity in the cellular DNA and water balance for the nucleus to create the ultimate anti-aging elixir in our cells, which makes up our self. It's just frustrating. Life is frustrating, but we live on a planet called Earth that is separated all the different species of humans. Oh, are we different species or are we just one race, the human race? Then why the fuck do we have all these goddamn countries? Goddess damn countries, sorry. I'm no longer saying goddamn, I'm going to say goddess damn, because the goddesses that keep bringing us into this world in their wombs, are not teaching us what we need to know. Yeah. All right, we got the 24-hour massage, and this goes out to you. I hope that one day in your life, when you need it the most, you're able to procure through people wanting to, not through money. Because if you're just getting a massage with money, there's no actual energetic truth in the exchange of money. Like, you're not actually going to get the full healing if you have to pay someone to give you a massage. If someone like really wants to give you a massage, that is a true powerful massage. Paying someone for a massage isn't going to do any good. They have to soulfully want to give you that massage in order to have that energetic exchange, create the alchemy of the two auras combining together to give you the anti-aging and positivity that your soul desires and needs. Because you are worthy. You're all worthy. All right, here we go. 24-hour massage is the new vibe on planet Earth. Who doesn't need one to regenerate and anti-age the mind, the body, the spirit, and the soul, which are one? They're not separate from each other. To procreate natural joy, bliss, ecstasy, and unconditional love for the present eternity. You are worthy, are you not? I think you're worthy, You might not have a molecule of love in your heart towards me, but the fact remains you are worthy. You may not know it yet. Your whole entire molecular structure could love me in my whole entire molecular structure, and you're still worthy. It doesn't matter which way you put it from each duality. You're still worthy to be able to experience this once in your life. Absolute facts. I had one person listen. We live in the dark ages. We really do, y'all. We really do. Ever since I came out the vag, I've been living in the dark ages. Check this out. Look at this. This is hot. This is a hot topic right now. Hot Topic should be selling these. I like that. That's art. That's freedom. Right there. That's freedom. I'm pretty sure they're dancing under the sun. They're getting full spectrum light force vitality underneath the sun. probably by a waterfall. They probably dance together like this in the rain as well, in natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy. That's, I think that's what we all need right about now here on planet Earth. Now think about it. Think about it. We need to make our bodies strong and healthy enough to be able to handle the sun. So we need to be hydrated. I was only out in the sun for 30 minutes yesterday, and I got a horrible sunburn. It's because I was the cells in my body on a microcosmic level were all dehydrated, and I am made up of cells. That's myself. And today I was super mega hydrated, and I was out there skipping and hopping around and frolicking around the town for about 8 miles, just going around the town, you know, building up the soul foundation of my feet, building up my soul. And I didn't get sunburned at all, and I was shirtless most of the time. And I am a fair-skinned lad, let me tell you. Oh, lad. Unfortunately, I couldn't. It's not like I live back in the day like in Greece, where I could have just frolicked like this and been connected to my mother and my father, the wind and the sun that give me life every day. I could be completely connected to my mother and father so that I could charge up my whole 144,000 meridians in my body. I have to hide away from the world like a Neanderthal in a house. I have to go to work and slave away for money so I can hide in a modern day cave, a super expensive one that I have to lock. You know, we're still cavemen and women. You know, we haven't changed much. I've been battling a headache all day today. Here, let me grab some Aquafina. I'm just joking. In some putrid vial. This water is so fucking evil. It's disgusting. This is some vile water. It's evil. It's disgusting. It's fucking. It's not giving me life. It's slowly giving me death. It's not charged by the sun and cleansed by the sun. You know, it's not. I'm not able to absorb it into my nucleuses in my cells because it's hiding underground. It's not being charged by the electricity from the sun, the giver, Mama and Papa, the sun. It's not touching fresh air, Mama and Papa, the air. It's not nourishing me because it's vile water. It's dead water. It's not charged with life. The chemicals, I can taste the fucking chemicals in the fucking water. It's disgusting. Bah! It's disgusting. Vile water. Makes me feel vile. My body's gonna have to assimilate this and charge it up, so I'm gonna have to do some pranayama. I'm gonna stare into this light, this false light source, while doing some pranayama to try to charge this water. You know, it's not direct from source, from the way that it was perfected by the universe. Hey, how you doing, boxing champ? Welcome to the show. What brings you a love for boxing? I would love to hear. I hope that your day is filled with absolute joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy, and unconditional love, and absolute anti-aging vitality. And I hope that you spread so much love that people have no choice but to give you love and gifts of splendor back to you through the laws of cause and effect. I appreciate boxers, I really do, especially in these trying times. I always say, do no harm but take no shit. In a good old friendly competition of boxing was never bad if it helped build the body and the mind and the spirit. I almost got into boxing at the worst time. The reason I don't get into boxing is because I'm like, I had these demons that I battle, and I suppress them. I just ignore them. I don't put my focus on these feelings of rage, like absolute rage that just like, if I could tap into it, I should be able to like have unlimited energy for 12 hours straight. But it's just like, it's like that would completely create a demon of me, you know? Like I might feel like a demon here and there because I'm surrounded by other people that are just trash. But I don't want to become a fucking beast because I will create karma in my wake, you know? I was watching a Baki, Yuri, he's an absolute beast, you know? You know, he completely, he's like he's like the epitome of strength in the natural world, in the savage world, you know, where it's the strong survive. But what also makes us strong as humans is our ability to come together, you know, to love one another, to spread natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy to the highest degrees imaginable in the infinite universe, in all time spectrums, past, present, and future, to master the highest levels that will ever exist throughout the whole entire time space of reality of natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy. We could be like Yuri, but we could also be as strong as him in the physical body and literally be living lives of absolute pleasure, and everything could be more efficient, and there would be no negative karma, you know, if we played it right. But that's Baki. Wow, that is an intense. The dynamic between Baki and Baki's son. I still think that Baki's son could become stronger than Yuri with the heart that he has. I think that he could literally push him over with his finger. I think it's absolutely possible. Oh. 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 The modern world has come to kind of steal, kill, and destroy our vital essence. You know, we forgot to love this temple because we don't have time to love this temple, and other people don't have time to love our temples to the ultimate degrees that ever exist, the highest degrees that would ever exist through all of eternity. You know, and it's a deluge of shame that is plaguing the species of humanity, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get ripped apart by feminists, so I can't just say human. I gotta say woman too, you know. So yeah, you know, that's the truth. We all come from the womb, the mama, you know, and What's very strange about this world is we teat off breasts that never see the light of day. So we have desecrated our temples by not creating a society where women feel safe with their shirts off. So we have disconnected ourselves from the true mother and father, the ultimate giver of life, the sun. The ignorance on planet Earth is at a heightened level. There are a lot of ancient tribes, though, that still run around butt naked and hang around the campfires. A couple of them in Africa, a couple of them in the Amazon. A lot of Nordic countries, they all go, every day after work to be butt naked in the hot springs, America is just so consumerist capitalism that it's forgotten its true connection with Earth and how valuable our health and vitality and soul essence is connected to nature, which is nurture. Yo, why are you drinking so much? Bro, have you suffered a breakup? Yes. I have suffered 3 or 4 breakups in my life. I'm polyamorous. I've loved 4 women at separate times, but hey, I'm still polyamorous. I just dream of having them all back at the same time. I never cheated on them, and they all wanted monogamy. But if in the perfect realm of life, all 3 of those women would just love giving each other's orgasms. And I wouldn't even be jealous if they had other men in their life, because I'd still get to taste the beautiful flavors that I loved in them when I first met them. And when one of us starts to drive each other crazy, we're able to be mature instead of jealous. Yeah, I have suffered some breakups. Why am I drinking so much water? Well, we are supposedly 70% water. And I hopped and skipped and frolicked around town today with my shirt off for about 8 hours, and I only drank about half a gallon. So for as much exercise as I did, that's actually not a lot of water. I once took in 3 gallons of water in a day and was still thirsty and just sweat so much. That was a detox day right there. Oh, no. I don't partake in the alcohol. No, I don't. At one point in life, I used to drink and consume the alcohol. And I haven't consumed the alcohol since 2016. I don't partake in the smoke either, like the cigarettes or the marijuana. I do partake in the caffeine, though. On Christmas Day, I drank 2 pots of coffee. I was high as fuck on that caffeine. And I worked that day and I streamed for 11 hours straight. I was live streaming. And I sold a ton of products. Life is rough. But we're tougher, I'm sick of money. I don't want to participate with money anymore. I want to get everything that I desire without money. Money is a curse. It's been a curse to me my whole life. I was born 1,000 years too late. I'd much rather frolic in some naturalist commune in Africa, hunting and fishing every day. Yeah, every human on Earth is stressed. Stress is good for you. I think, bro, you should start doing yoga I agree. I have been doing some yoga. I did 5 hours of yoga yesterday at a temple where, unfortunately, they don't respect the religion here in America because they lied to everybody. They said there's freedom of religion here. They obviously they've been lying. We all know that they lie to us, but yeah. So their religion is to live completely naked with nothing, and to just live with nature. But they won't let them do that at the temple. They're like, oh no, you can only do that in Africa. Africa respects this. I mean, sorry, India. So they're actually able to get full Kundalini activation, 144,000 light centers in their body activated to unlock their full DNA potential. But, you know, I always knew ever since I came out of the vag that things were off. Severely off on this planet. We've just forgotten, you know, we're cyborgs now. We're cyborgs. I mean, if the grid went down, people would have a hard time surviving because our whole society is based upon cyborgic technology. It is integrated energetically through our body. And energy is physical matter. We are cyborgs. Telling you, it's true. Think about it. I just want to be Tarzan. I just want to swing through the woods, pick the fruit off the trees, have the stamina and the vitality to make love to my wife for 7 hours straight without busting. Get those full body orgasms going, you know, because when you it takes a lot of energy to replenish the seed, you know. When your body creates the chrism in the sperm, it takes from all different aspects of tissue so it can regenerate. Yes, bro, yoga is definitely all about transcending energy to higher levels, which gives liberation. Alec Kumar, I like you a lot. I have some intense energy in my body. That's probably why I'm stressed out. I was dealing with some negative energy that I wasn't able to transmute that well, and it was a dark energy. And a lot of times people will take your kindness for weakness until you know, online. It was just online stuff, right? Yeah, I 100% agree with you, man. And I know that if I have better control of my body, because I have a lot of blockages in my system, a lot of my muscles are tight and tensioned, and the yoga can help stretch out the fascia. And if I don't have the fascia working, then I'm not able to use the electricity in my body efficiently. And I know you already know this, but I'm just talking for the rest of the people on here. Yeah, man, you're absolutely right. I agree. I've been doing it. I've been doing a lot of Tai Chi and Qigong. I've been wearing a lot of open shirts, getting that sun on as much of my body as I can, getting the wind on as much of my body as I can to stimulate my nervous system and my vagus nerve so that my body can heal. Yeah. Bro, do you know Sadhguru? Yes! I don't know him. If I could completely take his spirit into myself and know him completely, oh, that would be a lot of wisdom I would be so honored to have. I know of him, and I remember him talking about the wind, getting the wind energy naked. Being naked in the wind activates the Kundalini. Oh, oops. Is that how you guess that? Because Sadhguru talked about that. Or did you tell me about this and I looked it up? I don't know how long I've had followers, and sometimes I forget where the knowledge and wisdom comes from, but I don't. But that's the only thing off the top of my head that I can remember from him is. I think he also talked about sunning the testes and how this is important. He wasn't the first person that I heard that from. Yeah. I don't think I agreed with everything that I heard from him. I might have to revisit him. Yes, bro, he claimed he is an enlightened soul, and I believe he is. Oh yeah, he definitely has some wisdom. I believe we're all enlightened souls, you know, to some degree. But I do believe he's probably a lot more enlightened than most. At least in the modern day. Yeah. Yeah, I think I actually watched a couple of videos because I'm getting this internal feeling in my gut. I can't mentally recall, but it's like an internal feeling. It's there. I don't know what it was. I've consumed so many podcasts. Yes, as you said, same. I don't agree with many things with him. Yeah, yeah. Or I may have listened to other people when I was like tired that were like trying to trash him or something, because sometimes people misunderstand people, or certain people's belief systems can threaten their own livelihoods even when they speak truth. And I know I've heard a lot of people talk shit about him as well. But what he wants to direct is that yoga can be a good way to connect with yourself. Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. And we're so disconnected from ourselves. We have forgotten how to love ourselves. And yoga, I think, is one of the most purest forms of self-love. And if we don't have self-love, we can't love other people. And if we continue to be self-destructive, like if we're not doing yoga, we're self-destructive because we're going to be aging. Yoga is an anti-aging art. And until the whole world starts doing yoga, I don't see how it's possible for every person on earth to one time experience a 24-hour massage. I mean, who doesn't need one to regenerate and anti-age the mind, body, spirit, and soul? To procreate natural joy, peace, bliss, and eternal ecstasy in unconditional love for the present eternity. It's like, well, what he wants to direct. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm waiting for your response on that. I can't, like I have ADHD, and to me, a massage it does a lot like yoga does. To me, a massage also unlocks the tension in the body. So I also feel like yoga is a form of massage, and so is dance and breathing. I believe these are all forms of massage. And being a naturalist, having the air sweep across our body, that's like a gentle massage that stimulates our nervous system. But yeah, Kumar, Alec Kumar. So I've only heard the last name Kumar from a funny. I don't actually know if it's funny. Maybe I thought it was funny, but it might be a disturbing comedy. But Harold and Kumar. That's the only place I've ever heard that last name. Can you tell me which part of our country, Earth, that we were born on? Where that's at. I've really been trying to get it across that we're enslaved to our egos and our countries, and how we have an extraordinarily less amount of freedom than the eagles in the sky, because we can't travel freely to other countries without an authority dominating us. It's real, bro. Going too much material has drastically increased the stress level in large population. As examples, smartphones. Yes. I think the smartphone, though, has been extremely beautiful in connecting us. And I think it's really important that we keep these cell phones going, that we become 100% more logical with how we consume media. Because the media creates the media of our spirit, the physical spirit. And it just seems like it's becoming. And again, always just depends on the day. If only technology could guide us more strategically towards uniting the human race instead of dividing the human race, so that we could taste all the flavors and cultures that have divided themselves into cultures. It's like we're all in a cult. I mean, we're all born on the same planet, but yet we choose to be in a cult of our individual countries and separate ourselves from all the zesty flavors that are on Earth. That could be like viewed towards like food, scenic views, or the opposite sex, or the same sex. Osho? Oh yeah, I do a little bit. It's not like in my core. Like, let me try to recall this. There was a small period in time around 2014 that I remember being really connected with my heart and nature. When I hear of Osho, I remember being connected to my heart and nature a lot more than I am now. But I don't 100% recall everything. Oh man, do you know about this 180 countries had banned his visa? Really? Name all those countries for us. That's sad. And all those people in those countries are living in sickness because of it. They're most likely 99% more sick. I've seen them on the internet though. I think I saw them like last week. That's got to be one of the most single retarded things that anybody could do would be to ban Osho. Like, when we look at the patterns of karma, that's crazy. I can't even fathom the level of unsmartness looking at things long term. Like, yeah, that's just my opinion. Everyone sees the world their own perspective. That pisses me off. That fucking pisses me off if it's true. But the funny thing is, I don't even see countries. I think countries are an absolute blasphemy. You know? They make us all very cunty. Living in individual countries makes us very cunty. You know? Being so divided and not connected. The reason was his influence way of speech that people starts following him in large numbers. The way he speaks. In that time, Americans feared that Osho could start a new religion of his own. That's got to be one of the single most pathetic things you could do, is just like ban someone from a country. Like, all right. So he got arrested. You can find the videos. I mean, a lot of the greats do. Doesn't surprise me. Oh wow, that's actually hilarious that people are that retarded that they would arrest a guy like that instead of embracing him in their souls through the completeness of absolute eternity, of the eternal wholeness of what his essence is. The karma from that is energetically draining to their mitochondria, scientifically proven. It is vile. It is evil. Their mitochondria is vile. It's very toxic. Hey, what's up, boxing champ? But yeah, ignorance, exists. Sounds like a move of ignorance to me. Bro, I agreed whatever you said, but I think world is stepping towards its of course it is. Yeah, definitely. But during destruction is a great awakening. Because when you see things get really dark, it's easy to see the light. The more darker that I've experienced life, the more light that I've found through that darkness. So to me, it's just a pattern of the great circle of life. It is sad though that people have to suffer, and the destruction of the earth is actually going to make the people in power suffer as well. It's an unfortunate truth, but it is what it is. That's what they get for banning Osho. I don't understand it sometimes, but it says, and it has to happen, unfortunately. I mean, I don't think it has to happen, I think it could happen. I think anything could happen. I think the more that we put energy towards things, the more that it's going to manifest. And I think most of us don't have time to realize this because we're so stressed that oftentimes we put our focus on the fear and then we become neurotic. I suffer neurosis every single day, and I forget the power that I have, that what I focus on grows collectively. And I've been suffering from this illness ever since I came out of the vagina. I am from California. I love it here. But to be honest, I don't even want to put energy towards calling it a state. I think it's absolute blasphemy. Even putting energy towards calling it California is sowing the curse of being enslaved to when you move to another place, you have to pay money and get a new ID and have less freedom than the eagles in the sky. So I'm not from any state. I'm from the state of Earth. And it appalls me that other people would try to trick me into thinking that I believe that I belong to some state or country. It just makes us all a lot more cunty when we think we belong to these countries. A little bit of anger shining through my spirit here. I don't know if you can feel it, but I mean honestly, we still are. What these countries are all just an illusion. They don't even exist. It's just a made-up simulation that doesn't even exist. It only has power because we give it power. Because we think it exists. Because we think it exists, it exists. I wish. I've visited a lot of India through energetically through like Indian music. I've tried to connect and let the Indian music penetrate my being as much as I can allow it to penetrate my essence through its entirety. I like to just be completely penetrated by all the energies of the universe so that I could become one with it, so I can understand myself better and everybody that I share this universe with. What music do I listen to? Hey, good morning, Ahmed, uh, Shanbaz. A lot of different kinds of music. Um, um, the music that I listen to is so vast. A lot of like tribal feeling music from all different parts of the world. I love that. A lot of ancient like music flutes from all different places around the world. I like a lot of sensual music, love music, from all different parts of the world. I listen to some like rap music here and there. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable with it because I can feel the ego tightens up and restricts the meridian points in my body when I listen to it and I let it penetrate me fully, energetically. Um, but there's a lot of wisdom in the rap that I listen to. So I listen to a lot of wisdom rap that talks about um, like concepts of creation, stuff like that. Songs. Do you listen to Bollywood songs? I can't say if I have. Um, I don't know. Um, I don't understand the language, but when I listen to Indian music, my Kundalini activates. When I truly listen to it on a vibrational level, and it activates like never before. Yeah, it's very healing. Yeah. Songs. That's the thing. They're all on my phone, and I have a hard time remembering certain details because I overconsume information. I probably have like 2,000 songs on my phone that are from completely different genres and countries and all different types of energy expressions. Um, hmm. Country popped into my head. I'll just sing some of the songs that pop into my head, and then I'll see if the memory of the name comes in. Hunting, fishing, and loving every day. That's a prayer that a country boy makes. And then I have a hard time saying God because God is a weird concept to me. But thank God He made me this way. Hunting, fishing, and loving every day. Sometimes I'll substitute God for goddess when I sing that, and then I'll change my concept that had been imposed onto me by my country and its egotistical, fractionalized version of how it interpretates God or goddess. But I think you would have listened to Big Dogs. I think you would have listened to Big Dogs. I've never heard of that. Mm-mm. What else? Run Wild Horses. I can't remember who that's by, but you can type in Run Wild Horses. What else? Kiss me under the moonlight. I'm having a hard time channeling the energy of the music artist right now, but another country girl that sang that. Uh, let's see what else. I don't know. That's good enough for me. I'm having some stiffness in my back, so some of the energy is being blocked from my medulla. Let's see here. Hmm. I can't think of anything. Yeah, I screenshot it right now. Uh, so I'm definitely always open to channeling new energy. You know, I'll always give it a go and then see if I feel like continuing it. But if it really calls to me, yeah, I'm definitely check it out. Um, let's see what else. Oh no. Oh, I was listening to Sheryl Crow today. Some Sheryl Crow. How she was talking about everybody just needs to relax, and she was just playing her guitar by the ocean while some people were surfing. I remember that was one of the music videos. Can't remember the lyrics off the top of my head, but I gotta get up and move around. Actually, I'm starting to feel a little. I might actually have to go get some rest. I can't wait to be able to transcend needing sleep. Uh, I know that I can do it. I know that I can go a full year without needing sleep. I heard that there was this guy in India that he was able to stand like this for 6 months straight. And I know in my being, from my communication that I had today with the sun on my chest, that I could do that. And it's possible. The sun and the wind and the essence of whatever I was able to understand so far that are in my DNA's mitochondria through the outside world. I know that we have the fertility to evolve. You will like it, bro. Oh, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna go get some rest. Kumar, thank you so much for your communion with my soul. I definitely need some rest. My heart and lung meridians are feeling a little stiff. Been having blockages in them for a long time since my last work job totally annihilated me. I was building 200-pound racks every 5 to 10 minutes for 8 hours a day, and it pretty much created myofascial adhesions throughout my entire heart and lung meridians, which is definitely not healthy for like an Osho spirit, or an Osho-like spirit. All right, man. I gotta dip, but before I do, I gotta say this one more time because I want to send you this blessing. I hope this happens to you if you want it. But 24-hour massage could mean anything, like being able to have a place where you can get your wind massage, like Sadhguru talks about, or the dancing form of massage, or whatever it takes to get your body's myofascia and muscles and body to work properly. All right, 24-hour massage is the new vibe on planet Earth. Who doesn't need one to regenerate and anti-age the mind, body, spirit, and soul, to procreate the natural joy, bliss, ecstasy, and unconditional love and anti-aging vitality for the present eternity? You are worthy, are you not? And I just added the "are you not" because it's like you gotta think about that one, eh? Deep meditation, like maybe like a 6-month deep meditation. Just meditate on that. All right, I gotta get some rest. Oh. Oh, did you see the phlegm fly out of my throat there? Okay. My body and my spirit is starting to feel pain. I gotta dip. Oh.